In this video, I'll show you how to make nut milk with just water and nuts with a little bit of planning ahead of time. I love the convenience of buying products with good and clean ingredients, but it is so difficult to conveniently find nut milk with clean ingredients. In order to extend the shelf life or to manage packaging and distribution challenges, most of the packaged nut milks have additives, preservatives, even organic ones have them. Today I'll show you how easy and simple to make your own nut milk at home, where you can control the quality and freshness of your ingredients. Our favorite nut milks are Almond and Cashew, so in this video I'll be sharing this super simple method to make these nutritious and delicious nut milks that you can use to make a lot of things. We use nut milks to make smoothies, to make overnight oats for our breakfast, and I also use cashew milk for my cold brew coffee. Let's get started. The critical part that requires some planning is the soaking. Depending on how ahead of time I can plan things, I soak them minimum 12 hours all the way to 24. I soak a lot of things and the idea, the reasoning is the same. Soaking helps the nuts to release all the nutrients easily. You'll see when you soak almonds and cashews or any kind of nuts, they become softer, which means easier to digest. And again, just this soaking method helps our bodies to absorb the nutrients in a better manner. And I'll be using just a pinch of salt, and salt is necessary to help, they say, neutralize the enzymes. Okay, enough talking, let's get started. For cashew milk, I'm gonna just measure 1 cup of raw organic cashew. Okay, and I'm using this 2 cups mason jar. And then for my almond milk, again 1 cup in this jar. Okay, and then just a pinch of kosher salt. Just don't use regular salt, just use kosher or sea salt or Himalayan, whatever you like. Okay, and then I'm gonna fill this up with filtered drinking water all the way up, all of them. And give it a good stir just to dissolve the salt a little bit. That's pretty much it. And in this, I would say ratio, I use 1 cup each, right? 1 cup nut will make 6 cups of milk, but it depends on your, I would say, preference, how creamy you like. You can, 6 cups is the optimal for me. You can just experiment and then see what you like. You can start with 4, or you can go and try 5 or 6 and see, how the taste differs from going from 4 to 6, but 6 is the perfect ratio for us. Okay, I'm gonna soak this about 24 hours. If you wanna, if you can soak them 24 hours, the ideal way of doing this 24 hours is just change the water in halfway. So in 12 hours, you simply just rinse it and then repeat the water and the salt ratio, and then soak another 12 hours. But if you don't have time, you can just soak for 12 hours. If I can, I do 24. If I can't, I do 12. Okay, see you tomorrow. I also wanted to show you, this is my soaking station. Just keep them on your countertop somewhere far away from the direct sunlight. And as you can see, I soak a lot of things. This is my cold brew, this is my oat with some raisins. I'm already soaking it. But these are my nut milk for tomorrow. See you tomorrow. It's been 24 hours and it's time to strain and give this a good rinse, and then do our cashew milk first. Okay, I'll go ahead and measure my water. I'm gonna add 32 ounces mason jar full of this filtered drinking water, and I'm gonna put this into my high-speed blender. And oh, please use a high-speed blender. And I have my lovely Vitamix here, and I have to admit, Vitamix does a phenomenal job. I started experimenting making nut milks with our old regular smoothie blender, but the result was very grainy that you feel when you drink or eat. So I ended up straining it. And it's a lot of work to strain and clean the clots and everything, and I don't like the idea of straining all the nutritious part. So I literally bought Vitamix, this high-speed blender, just to make nut milk, as we use this milk every day. And for a long time I resisted buying this machine, as I am not a huge fan of making smoothies out of everything. But this nut milk changed my decision, and I have to say this is one of the best buys I have ever made. I know it is not cheap, but it pays off if you use it on a daily basis. So if you can use a high-speed blender, it makes a huge difference in terms of the texture. Okay, I'll go ahead and add my rinsed cashews, and then cover up and blend on high for 1 minute. It is this much simple, just 1 minute on high speed. And it's all done. And I'm gonna pour this to my jars, as I just mentioned last time, right? 1 cup of cashew or almond makes about 1.5 mason jar of milk, which is about 48 ounces. Again, 1 cup. You soak it overnight or 24 hours. Add 32 ounces of drinking water, filtered water, all the way on top, like this mason jar gets 32 ounces. And as you can see, it makes 1.5 jars of cashew milk in this case. And it is so creamy, so white. I love cashew milk because it is the closest, I would say, to just a regular milk. Now, next is my almond milk. Time to strain the almonds here. No need to, I'm gonna again just rinse it, strain it and rinse it well. And you can easily peel the almonds. Let me show you, but I don't really do it. See, it is very easy to peel the whole thing off, but I mean, it's a lot of work. So sometimes if I have time, I peel them off, but since I have this high-speed blender, you don't even realize you have the peel on. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give this a good rinse. And I'll repeat the same thing. 32 ounces of filtered drinking water goes into my Vitamix. And then drained soaked almonds. Cover the lid up. So high speed. And for 1 minute. I don't know if you can see, but it looks very whitish, right? So you don't really need to peel off. But again, if you have time, definitely you can. Okay. That's pretty much it. I have my nut milks ready for us to drink with our coffee, or making some oats, overnight oats. You can soak it with this nut milk. You can also flavor this with vanilla or whatever you like. I keep it just simple, and if you'd like, we can always add it later. So again, if you don't want to get the full calories and fat coming from 1 cup of nuts, almond or cashew in this case, right? You can simply strain it, but I don't strain, as we are fully okay to consume this nutritious milk as a whole. Very simple, very nutritious, and super affordable when you compare this to even the top of the market brands out there. I hope you'll enjoy and give this a try. Thank you for watching.
Bon appetit!